As soon as you get to your cruise ship cabin, there are a few things that you must do right away. Skipping them will have you miss out on some first-come, first-served amenities, reduce your comfort, and negatively impact your whole cruise experience. I'm Kat, and today I'm sharing 29 things you want to do in the first couple hours on a cruise ship to start your cruise right, including a few that even experienced cruisers often miss. Now, before we dive in, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the cruise tips that can save you time, money, and stress on your next vacation. Let's start with something that seems obvious, but it's so important. Checking your bed configuration. Have you ever walked into your cabin and found twin beds when you requested a queen or vice versa? Well, this happens all the time and it's super easy to fix. As soon as you walk in, check to see if the beds are set up as you requested, and if not, you don't have to live with that. The crew is incredibly busy on embarkation day, but this one request is one that they're going to accommodate 100% of the time. Speaking of cabin stewards, meeting yours should be one of the first priorities. These amazing crew members are going to be taking care of your home away from home for the entire cruise. And building a good relationship from day one makes a huge difference. I always make a point to introduce myself, learn their name, and chat just for a minute when I first arrive. And this is also a perfect time to make any special requests, which we'll talk about throughout this video. Your cabin steward wants you to have a great cruise experience, and they can make that happen in so many ways if you just ask nicely. Now let's talk about unpacking. I know it's tempting to just drop your bags and head straight to the pool deck or the buffet, but trust me on this, unpack completely as soon as you get your suitcase delivered to your cabin. Because nothing makes this tiny cruise cabin feel more cramped than living out of a suitcase for a week. Take time to hang up your clothes, fill the drawers, and organize your toiletries in a bathroom, and then you can store your empty luggage under the bed. Most cruise ships' beds are raised specifically to accommodate suitcases underneath. This simple step immediately gives you so much more usable space in your cabin, which they're all pretty small, doesn't matter what size cabin you get. Now, have you ever noticed those decorative pillows on the bed or a couch in your cruise cabin? Well, here's a little secret. Those things are rarely washed between passengers. So it's best to always remove them immediately and store them somewhere in a closet or under the bed. It's just one less thing to worry about, and it gives you more space on your bed or couch anyway. Cruise cabins are notorious for their clever use of space, but that means storage can be hidden in places you might not even think to look. So take a few minutes to hunt the hidden storage areas. Look for drawers under the couch or the bed, cabinets behind mirrors. There's shelves sometimes in very unexpected places. If you're a seasoned cruiser, you probably bring some cabin accessories with you. Now it's time to set those up. Magnetic hooks are amazing since most cruise cabin walls are metal. They're perfect for hanging hats, lanyards, or even wet swimsuits. Over-the-door organizers can add a ton of storage in a bathroom, especially in older ships where storage is not as good as on newer ones. And don't forget your travel adapters for all those electronics. Next up is the minibar. If you don't plan to use it, empty it right away. Unlike hotels, most cruise ships don't automatically charge you for moving those items. So clearing out the minibar gives you the space to store your own drinks or snacks. Just be sure to tell your cabin steward you've moved the items so they don't think you've consumed them. Now let's talk about comfort. Those cruise ship mattresses can be hit or miss. I like a really soft bed, and on most cruises, mattresses are just way too firm to the point of waking up with pain in my back. So I always request a mattress topper right away, and it makes a big difference. But they're usually first come, first served. So if you wait a few hours, they might be out of them. Now, while you're at it, don't hesitate to ask for extra pillows, blankets, or even a top sheet if the bed only has a blanket. And if you are in an inside cabin, or just like better air circulation, you can try to request a fan. One time we actually got a box fan delivered to our cabin because we were hot, couldn't sleep, and the steward did everything to locate one for us. So again, these comfort items are usually available in limited quantities, so asking early is the key. The same goes for other cabin conveniences like bathrobes, wine glasses, a corkscrew, or having your ice bucket filled daily. None of these are standard in every cabin, but most cruise lines will provide them if you just ask. Let's move on to safety and security. As soon as you arrive, put all your valuables in the safe. You're talking about passport, wallet, jewelry, and yes, the cruise ship is a safe place. But there are many times throughout the cruise where your cabin might be left open. So when somebody's cleaning your room, the door might be propped open when they go get something. So definitely secure your valuables, even though the cruise ship does feel like a very secure place. Make sure to test the safe too, lock it and unlock it once to ensure you understand how it works, because there's nothing worse than securing your valuables and then not being able to get them back out. And if it doesn't work, they can come reset it. That's not going to be a problem. Now, the next one might sound a bit paranoid, but it's worth doing. Check for bed bugs. Even the cleanest cruise ships can occasionally have issues. Now, we've never actually had it on our cruises, but I have heard of people who had that problem. So you want to place your luggage in the bathroom temporarily and then pull back the sheets and check the mattress corners and seams for any signs of bed bugs. You want to look for small black dots or tiny bugs in the creases. It only takes a few seconds to check, and it can save you from a vacation unpleasantries. Now, while we're talking about cleanliness, consider disinfecting high-touch areas in your cabin. We're talking about things like light switches, TV remote, phone, door handles, and bathroom fixtures, because they are touched by hundreds of people, and a quick wipe with some disinfectant wipes can help you have that peace of mind, especially during cold and flu season. Take a couple minutes to check that everything in your cabin works properly. So things like testing lights, making sure your closet doors open and close, verify that your balcony door can lock securely, and check that the bathroom fixtures function. And if anything is not working right, report it immediately. They do have crews working all the time. The maintenance team can usually fix these issues quickly if they know about them early. Now for the tech setup. First, find all the power outlets and USB ports in your cabin. If you're in an older ship, you might have one plug. And if you're on a newer ship, quite a few times there are going to be some places where not so obvious that you will have plugs and USB outlets. So you can check bedside lamps, under desks, and behind furniture. Thankfully, on the newer ships, they do have more USB ports built into bedside lamps or right by the bed, so it makes it easier to charge your phones. Otherwise, you have to get creative on how to charge your phones at night. If you purchased Wi-Fi, try to set it up right away before the ship sails. Connection is often better still in port, and if you wait and there's a problem, the line is only going to get longer and longer during that afternoon. So if you do it right when you get on the ship, you can be one of the first ones in that line to get help from the internet desk. While you got the tech things going, check out the TV channels too. If you're in the inside cabin, you can actually locate the bridge cam channel and use it as your window to the outside world, which kind of helps you keep track of weather, port arrivals, and just knowing what time of the day it is. Also, don't forget to find and watch your muster drill. On some ships, it's going to be on your app. On other ships, it's going to be on the phone. And some ships still do use the old-fashioned muster drill, where you have to physically go and watch somebody put that life jacket on in front of you. Most cruise lines now require you just to watch the safety video in your cabin instead of attending the physical muster drill and then check in somewhere. And so make sure to complete any verification steps required. You don't want to be called out over the ship's PA system because the ship can't sail because you didn't show up for your muster drill. Before you start unpacking and moving things around, take some photos and videos of your cabin, because this is great for memories and sharing on social media, but it's also a helpful reminder how things were originally arranged if you move furniture around. And you know what? That cabin will never be as clean and tidy as when you first arrive. Take a few minutes to check the paperwork and the documentation left in your cabin. Doesn't matter what cruise liner you're on, you'll usually find the daily planner, information about excursions you've booked, maybe details about your loyalty benefits. Of course, there'll be invitations to things like spa raffles and art auctions and pretty much anything else that they're trying to promote. But reading through these right away helps you plan your first day and not miss out any important information. You also want to figure out how your ship handles cabin service requests. Some ships have the traditional door hangers for do not disturb or please make up the room, while other newer ships have electronic switches or magnetic signs. And understanding this system helps ensure that your cabin gets serviced when you want it to be and not when you're trying to nap. The next tip might sound simple, but it's important to just take a moment to sit down, relax, and plan out the rest of your day before rushing out of your cabin. Embarkation day can get hectic, and everybody's excited to explore the ship, but taking just a minute to review your daily schedule, get your bearings in a row, make a loose plan for the day can make everything run more smoothly. If you're planning to attend a formal night and need anything pressed, it's best to request pressing service for your formal wear right away. The ship's laundry gets swamped with these requests, especially if the formal night is early on a cruise. And so handling all these items over on day one ensures that they'll be back on time, wrinkle-free, and ready to wear. Now, if you're like me and you love those cute little towel animals, not all cabin stewards make them automatically anymore, but many of them will make one for you if you request it. I know it's silly, it's a little thing, but you know what? There's nothing like having that monkey hanging on the hanger that just brightens up your mood when you walk back into your cabin. And this is especially fun if you're traveling with kids. So just mention it to your steward when you meet them. They often enjoy making those little creatures for appreciative guests. For those with medical needs, don't wait to request accommodations. If you use a CPAP machine, ask for an extension cord and inquire about distilled water. And it's best to do this before you even sail, but if you forgot, this is the time to do it. If you need things like Sharps container for medical injections, request one right away because these items are usually available, but in limited supply. Now, if you want to make sure your cabin door is easier to find in those long, identical hallways, well, consider decorating it on cruise lines that do allow it, which most still do. Magnetic decorations are perfect since they don't damage the door, they're easily to remove, and this is especially helpful after a late night at the ship's bar when all those doors start looking the same, or if you're traveling with kids just to help them find the cabin easier. Here's a tip most people never think about. Remove the extra hangers from the closet. When the ship starts moving, those extra hangers will slide back and forth, hitting the walls of the closet and making this annoying banging sound that will keep you awake at night. I always take the extras and just store them on a closet floor or under the bed or somewhere where they're not going to be moving. If you're traveling with a family in a cabin that has Pullman beds or a sofa bed, request that they be put away during the day. These beds do take up a lot of valuable space when they're down, and having them stowed away until bedtime makes the cabin a lot more usable during the waking hours. Your cabin steward can handle this during the daily service if you let them know your preference. And check your bathroom amenities and function. So make sure toiletries are stocked, the shower drain works properly, and there are no plumbing issues. If you notice any problems or need any additional items, make sure to report them right away because there's nothing worse than discovering that your shower doesn't drain properly when you're already all soaped up. And if you're interested in learning about free things you can get on your cruise, then check out the video that I'm going to link right here. And don't forget to hit that like button if you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching.